Without wasting any time, let's get out on the track and have a look at this stand. Last time out, GT7 didn't get a good start, so Jones on pole ahead of Wolf Club in P2. The front row is set with Smoke in P3, followed by Lisandro in P4. Is this all gonna come on down to this now? We're ready to go racing in round 2. It's gonna be 5 red lights set. We go racing here in the Red Bull Ring in race 2. It's a brilliant start for Wolf Club ahead of Jones, who's lost out who's actually just lost out to Wolf Club. As towards turn 1 we go. Both of them are slightly gonna run wide as Wolf Club slightly hits Jones there, as they're almost going to make contact once more. Jones comes back out on the track and takes the lead of this race so far. Leads in towards turn 3. Who will it be taking? Who will it be who's going to come back on this? Lisandro might try and go on the inside, make it 3 wide into turn 1. Will it be 3 wide there? This is more than 3 wide, and it's absolute chaos in towards turn 3. This is absolutely happening here, while Wolf Club's now going to be in a bit of trouble from not one, but many drivers, as Lisandro, one per wood, Mickey, everybody's got past him, as Chapman's right behind as well, I believe, in P5 of Wolf Club. Is certainly a lot of chaos is happening right there, as Wolf Club is on the inside, while 3 wide, it'll be Mickey, Lisandro, and Wolf. Who's going to be better out of all 3? It might have to be Lisandro, or is it that Chapman's going to go for on the inside line? Is he through? Goes Chapman there. He sends it out of nowhere. We were waiting on those guys. He's going to take it, while it's almost like Carlos Sainz back at the British GP 2022 in Formula 1. He was running in the lead while everybody else was fighting behind. And look at that. Lisandro and Chapman have already made it towards P4, P2 and 3. Same goes for Mickey as well. He's in P4 and the soft tyre slightly goes a little bit wide. Might have had a moment. This could allow Smoke to get past him there in turn 1. The opportunity could be Smoke's, but is he going to send it on the inside? Well, Chapman might try and send it on the outside of Lisandro. Mickey's got the outside line. They're going to be fighting. They'll be side by side, but Smoke gets past Mickey there, or does he get past Mickey? They'll still be wheel to wheel. The action is still beginning while our leader is on their own. Chapman and Lisandro are going to have another go at it on the inside. Will Chapman go as he braked a little bit too late? That might allow Lisandro to come back at him. If Chapman's ran a little bit wide, he certainly has not. While Mickey and Smoke are going to be fighting each other again once more. They're going to be at it. Mickey got a P3 in the previous race, and from nearly at the back of the grid, he's made it up to P4 already. So certainly he's got the chance now to fight once again for this one. But he's got the challenge of Lisandro and Smoke, while RLD right behind as well in P6, followed by Smokey in P7, Numpty Ned in P8, GT in P9. A lot is happening at the back as well. One Parawood in P10, Monte Carlos on the inside, and D2, who's in P12, just ahead of Wolf Club. Actually, D2 hasn't been able to get a better start right there. Well, Nito's going to be around the outside. Might be an opportunity for him to get past, and he does get past there. He's certainly taken the chance, but look at that. Indeed, Mickey is still staying behind. Is he still staying behind Lisandro there, but he's still staying ahead of Smoke at the moment. Meanwhile, as I was saying, Jones might have not had a good race 1, but at least so far he's leading by 1.7 seconds. Different tires though. He's got the soft tire for the race start, as compared to Chapman, who's got mediums, but Lisandro on the other end has got softs as well. So Lisandro might have the opportunity or a chance, because of those soft tires, to get past Chapman there. But will that be taken? While Smoke is going to send it almost. I thought he's going to send on the inside, but he certainly definitely was not close enough to make that move. And at the front of the field, a lot of action is happening right now. So far, remember, this is only the start of this race. Is Mickey going to come around the outside to get past Lisandro there? He might try and get past Lisandro. He's going to be on the outside into turn 4. It's not a best overtaking place around here, but he will get past Lisandro. And into P3 goes Mickey. Will Smoke go for it now on the inside of Lisandro as well? Lisandro runs a little bit wide, and that'll allow Smoke to get past as well. That is brilliantly done, but Smoke might run a little bit wide. They could allow Lisandro to come back, but Lisandro, the only driver for Pures Racing tonight, is certainly so far has lost 2 position in the span of few corners. And definitely now, maybe in race 2, race 1 drivers were taking a little bit longer to get used to the track. Well, right now, it doesn't seem to be the case, because Mickey and Chapman, who fought in race 1, are going to be back to fighting in race 2. Only 2 tenths separating the 2 drivers on different tires once more. Mickey's on a set of softs, similarly as race 1, while Chapman on medium tires, same as race 1 as well. So some are going to choose better tires for the race start. Some are going to choose best tire for race end. It's a strategy. It could be going anywhere. And out and about, Mickey could be in a bit of challenge by Smoke, though Smoke did get past Lizandra, but remember, he was challenging him. He was challenging Mickey to try and get past him. Both of them are on the same tires, and Mickey might have ran a little bit wide. That could allow Smoke to get closer, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Actually, just right here, right out there. But so now Chapman in P2 with Jones, and Jones in the lead so far, or is still leading by 1.7 seconds. So he's doing a brilliant job. He's definitely going to pit earlier than Chapman, though, so he's going to have a medium tire for the end of this race. But he's certainly got a good chance at that victory then, because, you know, all could go left or right so far. But at least, as I mean, it seems to be the similar case, unless Lizandra wants to get past Smoke here. Maybe it's not the similar case from race 1. Lizandra could go for it on the inside into turn 1. Smoke's going to have to give him just enough space. Has he given him? No, as Smoke's going to run a little bit wide. But same goes for Lizandra as he takes on that sausage curb on the outside there. So that is not going to be an easy route or easy passing for Lizandro on Smoke. As I was before that, they almost made a overtake. I was about to say that. Tom in P7, Monty in P8. Monty and Numpty might be fighting each other right here. 4 tenths between the two. They're on the same amount of tires as well. The medium tire runners have got pretty good quality tires at the moment. GT is in P10 with one Parawood in P11. We'll need to in P12 as well by Wolf Club in P13. So yeah, ooh, the gap to the top has dropped down, and why wouldn't it? So I think certainly depends on the tires, and I think definitely it would be because of tires, considering I think Jones has got his tire wear quite a bit. Maybe those tire temperatures could be ramping up right now, but I think, as I said, we'd see a lot of fight at the end of in that ending stint, but maybe not, because now Chapman's going to get overtaken by Mickey there. Are they almost making contact? Mickey's managed to make a move on Chapman, and at the moment Mickey's certainly flying, and you know how Mickey overtook him, as Chapman might have had a penalty, I believe, even earlier. He would have had to slow down for that, or maybe he didn't slow down for the previous one. He could have got another one, but certainly I believe he would have slowed down for his penalty serving, and that would have easily allowed Mickey to get past him. And now you know that Mickey is only 8 tenths behind Jones. Mickey could have a proper chance here in race 2 to take the race lead, and you know what it means. If you're going to take the race lead past lap 10, it could be a proper opportunity for you to take it to the end, for you to win the race, and a lot could come into play right there here towards the second half of the race. Obviously we're not even past the first half yet, and I think this is going to go even better for Jones. He's going to have to slow down for that penalty, and he's slowed down for it. Or no, he hasn't done so already. He'll need to do, and even with that slowing down, he's nearly getting overtaken already by Mickey, who's almost going to be by the side of Jones, and he's going to get past Jones there, as Mickey is going to take the lead in race 2 on lap 6 out of 18 into lap 7. Mickey takes the lead of the race. Gets past Jones, and now Chapman will get past Jones as well. Jones might be in a bit of a a bit of a trouble from not Smoke, but actually Lisandro, who's right behind Carl as well. So this could all be going wrong, and it certainly is. Definitely that soft tire. They could have just used it a little bit more than everybody around them. And certainly that's going to be the reason, but still, is it going to be though? Because both of them are on the same tyre, side by side. On the inside lines, it's got Lisandro, and he will get past him as he gets the slightly better exit than Jones, and he's going to keep the position. Well, look at this at the back. Smoke Dog is having to defend from RLD, and Tom there. This could all be shaping up with an overtake and with a move up as well. Jones, RLD's going to go around the outside of Smoke, but no, that is not the case right there. Well, Tom could have the opportunity, but now RLD doesn't need to worry about anywhere outside or inside. He's going to get the move on the inside, which will be the outside line into the next corner, and Smoke's going to throw through it, and Jones is going to lose it, and very bad goes it for Jones, from bad to worst, and he's definitely lost out. No grip on those tires, and he's in the grass. He was leading up there for up until lap 6, and his lead was taken up from him. Then P2, then P3, and all goes bad for him now at the moment. Well, Mickey and Chapman are separated by 6/10 by one another. Into lap 8 we go. Has Mickey learned from his previous mistake though? Or will he stay out? Will he stay out until his fuel is out? Which I don't think he can, or maybe he will. But remember, last time out, Mickey wouldn't have been on the podium if it wasn't for a incident between RLD and Chapman, which was unfortunate for Chapman. He's putting those fast first sectors, rapid first sectors from him there, but same goes for RLD. He's doing that as well. Remember, he's in P4. That could be interesting here, because if he is to make it up to the lead, he's certainly got the chance here, because definitely his soft tires are going to be maybe not feeling too good right now. But let's say Lisandro, apart from Chapman, everybody ahead of him is on the same tires as well, so they're all going to be pitting just after one another. So it really opens up the door now for a lead to RLD. Not win one race, but potentially win 2 races. That could mean over 100 points up for grabs, as a winner gets 50 points, remember. Still, I think a lot is remaining. We just nearly getting to the second half of the race, but still almost we're in the first half, so not a lot has passed in terms of laps in time. 6/10 separating Chapman and Mickey. Chapman is losing time, sorry, gaining time. Mickey's losing time in towards stand 4. On the main straight we are. RLD's into the pits, and definitely you know why, because Mickey's tires are going to be certainly not giving him any grip as good as he wants it to, and Chapman's on his way to get past Mickey there. Will he get past Mickey into turn 2 and turn 3? He's certainly got the outside line, as Mickey does very well to have the inside line to himself. I think he might just do enough to defend, or does he? Because round the outside is Chapman, and he will get past Mickey there. And he immediately goes defensive. He immediately goes defensive on the inside into turn 4. Even before that, he's immediately switched to the inside to defend into the next corner. But Mickey might have it go around the outside. He will, but it won't be enough as Mickey. But still, or will it be? Because Chapman hasn't completely got past Mickey there. As the opportunity and the overtake will be there for Mickey, but Chapman will not back out at all, despite being on obviously better tires. But Mickey, you have to say that he sure now has been overtaking, but definitely did not lose as much time as Chapman would have hoped for, because as soon as he would have made the move in turn 1 or turn 3, you would have thought that he's going to leave him behind and not really fight him, which would have definitely allowed Chapman to pull away, but certainly that isn't the case just yet out there. So far at the moment, and considering lap 10 is now happening here from our race leader, so a lot still by the looks of it remains at least, but we've still got nearly half of the race remaining, 8 laps over, so out and about right here. Chapman leads ahead of Numti, GT, One Per Word, Monte Carlos and Nitu. All these drivers who are yet to pit in this race and so far are still out on track. Now, Chapman's got not a lot of fuel remaining. Does he still stay out? Eventually he does, because I think his tires definitely got enough life in them, and also fuel. He's got one more lap fuel, and definitely being on those tires, he certainly wants to do as many laps as he can on those, and only then he could move over to the new tires. Well, the two teammates, Numti and GT, are within half a second of each other as well. They certainly have got the chance. They certainly have got an opportunity to move, to get past right there. Ooh, that was going to be interesting if they could have got past. They certainly haven't got past just yet. They've got enough fuel, and tires are in absolutely amazing conditions for GT there indeed. Not too bad for Numti as well, so I think if fuel isn't an issue, these guys could almost nearly stay on these medium tires for more than half of the race there. They have done so, but interesting. I mean, the soft tire run is certainly screaming after probably lap 8, lap 9, looking a bit. Chapman is definitely going to be coming at the end of this lap into the pits. His tires, his specialty tires, are definitely not really going to be doing much at all. And there we go, Chapman is in, so will be Numti and GT. All these guys will follow. Everybody is, but what about those who have already pitted? Well, Nitu will come into the pits, and RLD, the man, will take the lead. And look at this. So certainly everybody will pit, but now this is going to be your net leaders of this race, ladies and gentlemen. RLD leads ahead of everybody. He won race 1, and he's certainly looking to win race 2 as well. While Mickey, looking at this, Mickey GT is in between these guys, but oh, he's got out on new tires as well. That is absolutely brilliant now. All right, maybe not. Okay, RLD maybe will not be leading, while Chapman has managed to come out back into the race lead, and he certainly will be keeping that with RLD right behind him on medium tires, Mickey on mediums as well, Sandro along with GT and Tom, everybody fighting all together right now. This could all be happening, and I think all could go either wrong or right here. It is lap 12 out of 18, and now you know how it was in race 1. Expect the same in race 2. Well, this could eventually be going right or wrong right here, with RLD in P2, Mickey in P3 so far, Sandro in P4, GT in P5, followed by Smoke in P6. A lot is going to be happening, while Jones, unfortunately, starting on pole after a couple of mistakes on the first half. He's down in P11, but the top drivers are going to be at it. Chapman at least seems okay right now, but he has to fight RLD once again to keep that win. So maybe RLD's pressure could well be coming up on them soon, but I think they'd be actually okay because they are immediate soft tires and they've definitely got a lot of laps. Not many laps are remaining to be done, while Mickey is in P3 ahead of Lisandro, who could or could not potentially challenge him for P3, along with GT, who's right behind as well for Numpty Scott. So all these guys are on a brilliant chance and have got a brilliant chance for an overtake or moves coming up soon, while these guys, while one Numpty Scott driver is at the front, the other is fighting as well. It was Numpty Ned is right behind Tom, but Tom, oh, that was a little bit wide going, Tom. That could allow Numpty to get past him. Numpty's got a penalty though, so he's gonna have to slow down anyways on that penalty area, but it doesn't mean that he's not going to overtake him right now. It doesn't mean he's not going to overtake them right there. So look at this. So far, Chapman is in 2.3 seconds, so he's only gaining on RLD. RLD 1.9 seconds to Mickey. Definitely both of them on the same tyres, medium for each, 1.9 so far. And at the moment, it's quite stable as well, that gap. What about Lisandro and Mickey? Could be a fight and a potential P3 for grabs. He's going to be opening with GT. He's possibly going to have a chance to come back at it as well, while Smoke and Smokey are going at it, as Tom is going to have a little bit of a slide on the exit of turn 1, which is going to be an easy chance for Numpty now to get ever closer to him and try and get past Tom here. Will Numpty get past Tom into turn 3? On the inside line is Numpty. He might just get past Tom, and he will get past Tom. He had a huge moment on the exit of turn 1. Went quite wide. And definitely that was enough. That was more than enough to lose in position. That was more than enough to him lose quite a bit of a progress. And certainly lost out a lot. Well, one Parrot in P9, Monte Carlos is in P10 with Jones, Wolf, and Me2 down in P10, 11, 12, and 13. Our race leader is pulled away. Our race leader is pulled away over 3.1 seconds. But pretty much same as the gap between RLD and Mickey. Sure, 1.9 to 2 seconds is going left or right, but I think it's looking okay so far, while Lisandro is surely looking to grab that P3 from Mickey. He might have went for it almost right there. Well, same goes for GT as well. All three drivers separated by less than half a second to each other. It could all Mickey coming into play now. That 15 out of 13. The final 4 laps are all they've got. Final 4 laps are all they have right now to make it count. To make it come into play right there. Lap 3 out. Sorry, not lap 3. P3 is up for grabs right there. Will GT go for it on the inside line? He certainly will not. Right there, but you know, things could be going left or right already within a couple of moments, and it is getting darker. It is getting the night time. The sun is already set, I'd say, so just a few laps, just a few minutes before we have complete dark. Even if you do not have complete darkness, still it would be getting dark, and indeed is getting darker right here. So far as GT slightly makes a mistake, and GT's going to be heading towards the wall there as he just saves it enough in the gravel, and he made a mistake, slightly ran a little bit wide, and he's out of the podium race right there. Before we could even see them fight for it a little bit, they are out of it, while 6 tenths are separating by Lisandro and Mickey as well. And unless Lisandro's got something out of the box, Mickey, at least so far, looks okay, and looks like he's going to have it, or rather he has it at the moment. But that could change drastically, and that might be changing right here, as 4 tenths is the only 4 tenths the gap between these two now remains. Lisandro still not going for it. He's getting the fastest first sector. He's getting a very fast first sector. That could only indicate a couple of things right here. Well, these two are going to be at it. These two are going to be into it. Right there. Ooh, that could be Lisandro. I think Lisandro is definitely going to try have a chance at it, though. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to dive bomb it, but at least he's going to give it a go, though. I'm sure he doesn't want to give it now. If he loses it, he probably, you know, be it now or never, maybe. But it's the kind of situation that he surely would give it a go, I'd say. Well, Nimchinet is in P6, Monpero in P7, Monte Carlos in P8, just ahead of GT. What a big moment at this exact corner, at this exact place. A few laps to go, and that certainly lost his progress, while our race leader will head into lap 17, the second last lap of this race. RLD's got a penalty that could allow Mickey and Lisandro to fight, and they are indeed fighting each other right there rather than Lisandro, but that's going to be nicely done by Lisandro there as he overtakes Mickey. Mickey's actually got slightly better tyres than maybe Lisandro has, but there was not going to be enough, at least for the moment, for him to be keeping his position, and Lisandro going towards a podium finish here, which would be brilliant for Pures Racing. Despite missing Ryan Cooper, they could get a chance. They could get a podium. I think that would help them in the team's championship right here. But will they get it though? That's a question of. That an answer will only be getting by a race finish, by time, by the end of this race, as RLD has got a penalty. But I think it's going to be enough. 2.3 seconds to the next car, and not only the ones behind would have to get closer, but also would have to overtake as well, which I think are two different things. I'd say, like, you could be faster than somebody, but sometimes it's a lot you can't really, you know, overtake them, or simply they're a bit better defensive drive than you, or simply if their defensive work is brilliant. While now will be the time for Mickey, and it would pretty much be the now or never situation for the driver on your screen. The man racing for the very first time here with us at Apex Originals. He's going to go for it, or rather will he or no? Or maybe he's going to go for it on the outside. I don't think that would have been a place he would rather like to go to and make a move, as he almost would have been to like it there, but that would not be enough, at least right now, as we head into the final lap of this race now. As it is going to be RLD, who's 2.1 seconds ahead of these guys, while Chapman has got a brilliant 4.9 second gap, taking it nicely, as we would have thought Mickey's going to go for it on the inside. He didn't quite go for it, and then maybe he thought that, oh, I might just be close enough to try and go for a move. But 5/10s between these two, but I think Lisandro would have to just do defending now, but he might just do defend. He might just defend, do some good enough defending to keep his P3, but will he be able to do that? We are about to find out, because Mickey, who got podium in race 1, started outside pretty much the top 10 in race 2, would have got another opportunity. Would have taken him a while to get back to the top, and he certainly did. And the man on your screen, Chapman, he's tried it a couple of times. It didn't work out, but this time it certainly will, as he wins race 2 here in Austria in round 8, and wins and takes victory for the very first time here at Apex Originals Racing. RLD finished P1 in race 1, Phil finished P2 in race 2. Lisandro will get on the podium and make up for his teammate missing this race in P3. Mickey on a P3 and a 4 finish is a brilliant weekend for him as well. While Monpero jumps up over Smoke. Smokey Tom into Smokey tops down, then while Monty's in P6 with GT in the end in P3 despite the mistakes instead of his teammate in P8 with Smoke Tom in P9. Jones is just going to be going over the line to take. Oh, he's got no fuel. Or had he made a mistake though, because he's definitely lost out to Wolf. He's in P9 with Nito in P10. Jones in P11, followed by Tom. Not sure how many penalties did Tom had, because he's lost out many positions, and now both Smokes are going to be finishing at the very bottom. Smoke Dog in P12. It's Smokey Tom in P13. But that is going to be coming to gonna be to an end now. Well done to everybody, and well done to all these drivers. They've done a good job. And certainly, let's have a look at the results right there. Chapman finally gets a victory that he was looking for, even in round one of his here with us. He's got P1, takes finally a race win right here. RLD P1 and 2 would certainly be a fantastic weekend for him, with Lisandro back on the podium in P3, with Mikey in Mickey, sorry, in P4, will Wamparabud in P5. Brilliant for Apex Originals. Then Monte Carlos, he's got a P6 with GT and Numpty-Ned in P7 and 8, the two teammates. Wolf Club will be in P9, Nito in P10, with Jones, Smoke, and Tom in P12 and 13. So that's going to be the end of it. End of this, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant racing from all of these drivers, and fantastic attempt and racing by all of these. So well done to everybody involved, and a brilliant job by all of them. And well done, even if they win, if they didn't, if they finish on the podium or they didn't, but certainly all of these guys did an excellent job. So that's going to be the end of it then, ladies and gentlemen, from all of us here at Apex Original Racing. And myself, Zabe. It's going to be a bye-bye. See you next week at another round. Adios.